So the Fitness Stuff Pack, that's a mouthful, is one of those packs that I've never really used before. So today we're going to build a gym in San Sequoia. Previously, this is a library, but I decided to put it on the same lot located here in San Sequoia, and I called it Sequoia Fitness. So I wanted to incorporate a lot of the items from the Fitness Stuff Pack, including the rock climbing wall, some of the newer items like the really cool looking treadmills, the weightlifting machines. And I did think for a second about including some items from spa day like saunas or massage tables, but I thought, nope, this is not one of those places where you're going to relax. I did include some rooftop yoga because that is another form of fitness. It's not really like a relaxing meditation or a massage or anything like that. So I still felt like that fit the bill for this particular build, and I think it works out really well in the end. I am kind of blending it right now into the surroundings of the world. I went for like a black, bright yellow, kind of white, kind of gray color scheme. I don't really know what color scheme this is, but it fits really well in this section of the world because there's like a lot of bright colors from some of the decorative buildings and such around, and it's just a really great location. It's surrounded by this like little park, so I thought that's even great too because your Sims can then like maybe even jog or run around like on these like paths and around this fountain area here too, so it's another form of fitness. So the build is taking shape. The bigger area that's like these slatted floor to ceiling windows is built mainly for the rock climbing wall. There's only one because they're actually really big items. I didn't even like think about that when I was building. I would have probably included two, but this is supposed to be like a small little gym, you know, it's not supposed to be anything like massive. So I think one rock climbing wall was enough because like there's other activities for other Sims to do and partake in while they're here. So we have the treadmills, as you can see here. We have the weightlifting machines. We have the rock climbing wall. I have a punching bag. And then I also included a swimming pool off the back. And then there's the rooftop yoga, which we add a little bit later in the video. But yeah, it's progressing quite well. In some other news, I was accepted into the EA Creator Network program. So I am now part of that program, which is very exciting. It was actually a little unexpected. I got the news just before Thanksgiving here in the United States, like the same day, I think, or maybe the day before. I think it was the day before Thanksgiving. So November 23rd? No, 22nd. 22nd. I got that. I had applied like months and months ago. And I was like, I'm never going to get in. But I figure, you know, why not give it a chance, apply, and see what happens. And like, I was expecting to have to wait like a really long time or whatever. And then all of a sudden I had the email and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. So there are different opportunities that you get when you're like an EA creator or a part of the network. But right now, one of those ones I was hoping was going to be early access for the Sims 4 for Rent expansion pack. And I was actually hoping that this weekend's build was going to be an apartment build or something like that. And maybe a tutorial on how to, you know, section off or divvy up a build to make it an apartment and have the functional units and everything. But since I do not have early access just yet, I decided to go for this lovely little gym, which is a build that I've been meaning to build anyway. So I think it works great because now I have like a cool gym for my Sims to go to for gameplay and everything like that. And then once the pack comes out next week, we will have our first apartment build. So that's very exciting. I have so many ideas like floating around in my head of like how I want my first apartment build to look. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to build it yet. I don't know if I want to do it in the new world Tamarang or not, but possibly. but I'm thinking of another world that I would want it to be in. But I mean, there's just so many, like I'm going to have so many apartment buildings and townhomes and everything. So it doesn't really matter. But for my first build, I've just been itching to like build it. Like it's been in my head probably since the pack was announced, and just the capabilities that we could do with it once learning about that. So it's like, I just really want to build it, and I could build it sooner, but I want it to be fully functional before I share it to the gallery and already mapped out. So, you know, with functional units and everything. So I didn't want to have to go back and revisit it. So I'm hanging on, waiting for the pack to come out, and we're down to one more week. We also had the deep dive the other day on the Sims official Twitch channel, but they also published it to YouTube. I'll put a link in the video description below, and also in the comments section below, just in case you missed that. It's about an hour long. It says an hour and 20, but like 15 or 16 of those minutes, like they played the trailer once, then you waited for 15 minutes, and then they played the trailer again. To me, that was a little silly. Like, why did you play it twice for us? But okay. You know, it was fine. But yeah, I kind of just fast forwarded through the second round of the trailer, just to get to the start. And I watched the whole thing. It's very informative. There's a cheat, that allows you to build more than the maximum 6 units. You can have up to 99 units per saved game, so that includes like across all the different worlds within a saved game. But they do not recommend going above 6 or even to 99, because the game starts to lag quite a bit. It's just not meant for that. That's why they focused on 6. But a couple of the build ideas that I have in my mind, I mean, I don't want to do like massive buildings where I'm going to like exceed the limits of like, and do 99 units or anything like that. But I do want to do builds that are a bit bigger, more than the 6. So I was thinking more like, you know, 10 or maybe 15 units. It really depends on how the game's going to perform, if I can actually build. I did watch some other simmers like Little Simsy and Deligracy's like first look into the For Rent pack, because they've had early access. Yeah, they basically said it lags quite a bit once you go beyond, like you get up there in numbers. So we'll see how that pans out for us. But yeah. So the build is actually coming together quite well. It's available on the Sims 4 gallery. Here's the gallery listing. And there's only a couple of packs required, only 4, Growing Together, Snowy Escape, Spa Day, and the Fitness Stuff pack. So first time I've ever used that. There's some really nice items in here. And a lot of them I didn't include in the build because I felt like they were more for like a house. Like they had like glass end tables and a glass dining table. Like they're really pretty. And really nice lights too. I did put one of the lights over like the reception. It's a fake reception desk in the gym there in the front. But other than that, it's really solid pack. I don't know why I don't use this stuff more often, especially the rock climbing wall. I think that's really cool. And it works really well. When playtesting, my sim was climbing it. And she was having a blast. So that's all that matters. There were quite a few other sims that came around. There was a guy running on the treadmill, which I was going to like capture a screenshot from like the front, like including him, but he had such a weird like expression on his face. He kind of looked like a robot, like just, I don't know. It just looks so unnatural and so weird. I don't know if it's just how he looked or whatever, but I even like unpause the game and just kind of let him go, and he was still very robotic looking. So I'm like, oh my god, that's so creepy. We can't include that. Like he just looks so creepy running. So, and then there was another woman who came and did the punching bag, and then there was some sims partaking in the rooftop yoga. Nobody seems to have yet used the pool, but it was very early, and there was actually a couple of sims kind of hanging around the exterior of the lot, so I imagine they would have came in as well. But yeah, as far as the basement level, there is the changing areas. I have a bunch of lockers. We have a bunch of showers, 2 toilets, and a couple of sinks. There is one area that's kind of blacked off. I didn't really, that would have been where I was going to put like saunas and stuff, but I just left it blank. I didn't expand under that. It's just kind of a blank kind of space area. That's all it is. It's not finished or anything like that. There's nothing in it. You can't even get to it. There's no doors or anything, but yeah, it's just kind of some extra space, but it kind of makes the build how it is. So we're finishing up the landscaping and we're almost into the screenshots. I tied the landscaping into the surroundings as much as possible. It kind of works very well. So yeah, it fits very well. I do apologize for the lighting. It was early morning when I went to visit the lot and go to the gym. So this is what Sequoia Fitness looks like. You have the pool here. Has a great view as you're kind of swimming around. You have like a lot of the trees and the buildings. It's just really nice. There's the rooftop yoga with Sims partaking in that. And there's the views from the rooftop, which is like really pretty. This is the lower level with like the changing rooms. This is the main like fitness workout area. We have the open air for the rock climbing wall and then the rooftop yoga there. And there's my sim testing out that rock climbing wall, and she was having fun. This is the other woman that was doing the punching bag, and she looked like she was having. And there's that creepy guy that was running that had like a weird expression on his face. We didn't include that, but yeah. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this speed build. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe for more speed builds, including some apartment builds and townhomes coming with The Sims 4 for rent next week. So look out for those. Oh, and ignore that clipping bush there. I fixed that. But anyway, I do thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.